Hey, this is Jecht from JechtSpencer.com, and today I'm going to be doing a book review for you today. Today's book is Turning Pro by Steven Pressfield, and I enjoyed this book. It read more like an expansion to his other book, The War of Art. If you haven't seen my book review on that, I'll throw it up here on YouTube. And the reality is that a book like this is really good for somebody who's trying to make that jump between, they've been dabbling a little bit in their passion for, too long, and they realize that they're not putting their best foot forward, so to speak, and they want to make that jump. And reading this book is going to be one of the things that will kind of give you a little bit of inspiration, help you better understand the difference between the amateur and the pro, and how you can best use that information to propel yourself forward in whatever passion you have. I give this book about 4.5 stars, and the reason why I give it 4.5, not a solid 5, it is a fantastic book, don't get me wrong. Absolutely amazing book. Steven Pressfield, as always, delivering on content. It read more like an expansion to his previous book. So what classifies an amateur exactly? How is the differences between an amateur and between a pro? Well, an amateur is mostly, not completely, but almost mostly ruled by fear. They're afraid about what people might think of them. They're afraid that maybe they won't be able to do it. They're afraid that, they might be judged by not only themselves, but by their family, by everybody. And they decide to just, maybe they might dabble in it a little bit here. They're like, oh, I can do it, dabble, 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 but not going all in, not pushing all their chips forward. He's based around his ego. He thinks that this construct that he's made in his mind, whether it be from the past or whether it be for the future, is something that is dictating the actions that he's performing today. And a pro doesn't do that. Pro stays in the present moment, does the work. Amateur, always thinking about the future, how much better it can be, always thinking about the past, how much of a victim they are. An amateur wants instant gratification. It's like, right now. I want it right now. No. Don't look at the successful people. Don't look at LeBron James, how many hours he put into his craft before he became the best basketball player. Don't look at Tiger Woods, how many times he went and putt, how many times he went and hit that drive before he made it perfect, absolutely perfect. He put in hours and hours and hours of work. It wasn't just like, you know what, I'm going to go buy me some clubs, I'm going to go hit that good old golf ball. I don't know what that accent is. And I'm going to drive that motherfucker. And I still don't know what that accent is. The reality is that he put in the hard work for a very, very, very long time. And people just assume that because maybe they buy the next Air Jordans, or because they saw it in a movie where success just magically happened, then clearly this is how it works for everything. It's like, I have an idea in my head. No. Like, I can wait, or I can lose that weight. Or I can, I'll pursue my passion, but I need to do this first. Things called shadow careers. And a shadow career is essentially, rather than pursuing your passion to the fullest of its extent, what ends up happening is they end up going into something maybe that kinda is like it, but not exactly. Like, let's say, for instance, you wanted to be a traveling blogger or something like that, right? You wanted to travel the world, you wanted to blog about it, talk about the places you go to, give information, give content to people, help people understand and plan their trips, things of this nature, inspire people. And what ends up happening is they're like, you know what, I'll just be a trucker. I'll be a trucker, because truckers, they travel and they might not vlog or do blogs or anything like that, but, they do the travel thing, so, I can't stop whenever I want, but, it's like the same thing. And that's not what they're passionate about. But because it's like similar in a way, because it has a small product of the essential goal and passion, because of that, they're able to take that in their mind and say, oh, no, this is what I want. But they'll never be fulfilled by that. So you see this a lot through people's children. They realize, I could have been a basketball player, or I could have been a baseball player, or I could have been a writer, or I could have been an entrepreneur, I could have done this, I could have done that. And because they couldn't accomplish it, they're going to use their kids as a means to do so. They're going to use their kids as a vessel, so to speak, to complete their own dreams. It's really sad. It's really pathetic. It ultimately boils down to self-awareness. This is what separates the pro from the amateur. When we make the decision to turn pro, we stop running away from our fears, and we start to stand our ground, grab our spears, take it head on and battle. Go to war with our demons inside of us that are saying that we can't do it. It's that war every day. It's sitting down, taking the steps, taking the action. Doing it for the action itself. The passion. Why you love to do it. The money, the fame, the success, that is all a byproduct of that. And that's what the pro understands. The pro understands that his passion, he would do it if he was getting paid or not. He doesn't care about any of that. What he cares about is the fact that he's able to will his craft. He's able to manifest something into reality. The amateur is totally fine with a dream. Completely content, just staying in that dreamland. Never truly reaching his full potential. Because it would mean that he would have to face his fear. The pro still feels that fear. That fear is still very much there. The fear never goes away. It will always be present. Always. But the thing is that the pro executes anyway. The fear comes at him. He grabs his spear, ready to go to war. And when that fear comes at him head on, he fights it back. He is no longer running. He's pursuing his passion with absolute ferocity and fervor. And when you take those steps, when you're willing to break away from the dream, when you see your reality around you and it's not the thing that you want in life, the thing you truly desire, that truth, that little voice inside your head. And there's so many things to drown that voice out now. We're in a world where entertainment is abundant. You can literally, for the rest of your life, watch television shows until the day you die. There are seasons upon seasons upon seasons, videos upon videos upon videos, content, abundance, everywhere. You could literally live your entire life and never go outside. Not even once. And this is the world that we live in today. So stop being good with just the dream. Because if you really want to live your amazing life that you were destined to follow, that voice is telling you, this is my purpose. And when you don't act on that purpose, you wonder why you feel these sensations that are telling you something's gotta change. With all this entertainment, how is one to focus? The amateur, he sees Twitter, Facebook, his next Snapchat from his friend, and it just, whoop, his passion is right here. He wants it more than anything. But he's got to answer that Twitter. He's got to answer that Facebook. He's got to answer that Snapchat, whatever. YouTube comment, you name it. He's too worried. He can't focus on his goal, on his path, on his journey. And we need to take the steps to make ourselves push through all the bullshit and make our dreams a reality. I'll leave you with a quote from Steven Pressfield. The clash is eternal and epic between the self and the ego, and the stake is our lives. So decide if you want the dream, your shadow self, your destructive self, your meaningless life. Do you want that to persevere? Or do you want your light, your truth, your calling, your passion? Do you want that to be your ultimate destiny? Make the choice and execute. That's it, my friend. Hopefully you got something from this. Once again, the book is Turning Pro by Steven Pressfield. Highly recommended book. Like I said before, 4.5 stars. Reads like an expansion, but absolutely essential reading for just about anybody who's ready to make that jump. Once again, this is Jecht from JechtSpencer.com. If you enjoyed the video, please make sure to subscribe, like, and or comment. And good fortune to you, my friend. Percent of what you do and what I do, not even on a conscious level, but a subconscious level, we just do that because we want to do it. God.